Good evening, William sir,
Good evening, everybody.
and good evening. Welcome everyone to VV Astrology. And sir, thank you for having this introductory class on the course on the Shamsha which you are going to have. And when Shikha ma'am asked me to join this introductory class, I was just going through all the courses which you have taken till date with VV Astrology, and I was like thrilled while looking into the list. So, like, I have gone through your in-depth course on profession, Panchang and Muhurt, medical astrology, D60, Saptam Graha Lagna, analysis and gleam to, that blank chart prediction, predictive astrologies and Ashtakvarga, secret of exaltations and debilitation signs and Rajoga, and that the principle of remedies. All courses of yours were quite exhaustive, and the unique feature was every class was having 40 to 50 slides in terms of notes. I mean, it's just not that to have a course with you, but after having a course, one can go through the entire bibliography of the notes and always try to enhance one's knowledge on this course. So, sir, on Dashamsa, what is special you are coming up with, and how it's going to help the predictive astrology, sir?
Yeah.
That's
Mm,
how I would like to start.
Yeah. I Nile, just a second. I'll just do my share screen. See, this is, I think we have already given what I'm going to do. So it's like the houses in the Samsa, planets in the Samsa, Karakas in the Samsa, Tattvas in the Samsa. These are the basics. Okay, you will be reading it any book. What's
Right.
very interesting is one used topic is usually it is Rasi Tulya Navamsa. Now, like I'll explain to you how to do it in the Samsa, how you superimpose the D1 on the D10 and how you read. There's some basic rules which is being taught. I already have a video of it in Navamsa, but it's slightly different when you use it in Dasamsa. This I'll be detailing it. And most, in fact, the fundamental basics will be when you only superimpose, or it's like a synastry. When you see a synastry of the D1 and then the whole chart, you cannot isolate and see the Dasamsa separately.
Okay.
You have to do a synastry of both these charts and come to a conclusion. So this you'll have this you can call it as the Rasi Tulya Dasamsa, or you can call it the synastry of the Rasi chart on the Dasamsa chart. Then see mostly what is if you look at the profession, some professions are very clear in the D1 chart, but some profession can be only clear in the Samsa chart. Or let's say what I say, there can be a profession, you may not be a very successful person, then it is very clear in the Dasams, I mean the D1 chart, what are you going to do? But if you are going to be a very successful person, the same combination will be very, very clear in the Dasamsa. So just for identifying, okay, if you are a teacher or a lawyer or an advocate or in the government, you can easily see it in the D1 chart. But what greatness, how big, how effective, and how powerful, how famous, it's very difficult, what I say, just to take the yogas in the D1 chart alone. The Dasamsa chart becomes very, very, very important. So that's why there's a separate chapter, power and Dasamsa, fame and Dasamsa, wealth and Dasamsa. The rules are what I say, again, what I say, you have yogas, 300 yogas or more are there. But there are some certain very special yogas which are more clear applied only in the Samsa. What are those very important yogas which can be applied? You can't apply all the 300 yogas. So what are some particular rules are very, very important. What are those yogas which have to be very effective in the Samsa that we'll be seeing. Then rise and fall in the Samsas be very, very important. What I say, a planet in the D1 chart will cover the whole life. A planet in the Samsa will mean mostly about one's karma, career, his power, fame, everything. So we'll be looking at it. Then
So, what is
termination.
the meaning of rise and fall in Dashamsha?
What I say, how you grow your fame, you become very famous. What I say, and there is a fall. Like I'll give you an example. Like Nixon, no, President Nixon. I
The
have a very
President of
important.
America.
He
Okay.
was about to be impeached. He had to resign. He was elected as a second time, and then he what to say. I always take his example, his horoscope example actually. He once reaches a state of becoming the president of the US. Second time he's elected, and then he's going to be impeached. You see the name. This happened to Bill Clinton also. No, you know the
Yes,
case
sir.
in Monica case which came.
Yes,
So
sir.
many people reach the heights and then they have to fall. What to say? What is the combination for it? Is it only seen in D1? Or is there
Yes, so
something
linking it to
special in?
D10. Yes.
Yes, in Dasamsa it becomes very, very, very important. What I say for the fall. If I can give you a particular hint, a planet, let's say Kedu in the 10th and Dasamsa can be mean a lot about the fall from heights. Usually in the D1, we all know Saturn in the 10th house will take you a great heights and drop you from there. But there, what is in Dasamsa, I can give you a hint. Kedu is one of the planets. Okay. So this is
Okay.
we go with termination, change, and retirement. You can see it very clearly in the Samsa. Yogas, I've already told you. That's what are the not all yogas can be applied in the Samsa. Certain special yogas are especially profession related yogas are applied in the Samsa. Yeah, we'll be all we are seeing the Dasamsa Devatas also. And see, Dasa is very, very important. When you run a particular Dasa, where it is in D1 and D9 or any other Varga, and where it is in Dasamsa will mean completely a different picture. So what I say, in fact, there was in VV, there was a person who asked me a question. I think the Navamsa does not work because the D1 had a very good planetary position and the Navamsa had 4 debilitation, but the person is very successful. So what I say, I've asked the person to post the chart for an example. They don't understand that Navamsa can be bad, but for professional success, it's not Navamsa alone. You will have to check the Dasamsa. Without checking the Dasamsa, you cannot come to the conclusion how is one's what I say success at all. Navamsa is the yoga. What is it's the bhakya? Yes, it has a lot of marriage, not just marriage. You can see every aspect in Navamsa, but it is just like the fortune yoga because it's the ninth, no, it's the bhakya. But it is what is it now? Dasamsa is the 10th. 10th, it's your karma. What you're going to achieve, your achievements, your success, your accomplishments, your greatness, everything. You cannot see a celebrity's chart. Somebody is going to be on top. You cannot see him in the D1 chart. Very rarely you can pick up 10 charts, 2 charts, and say this guy is a big guy. But without the Samsa chart, you can never tell this man is this a popular guy, a celebrities chart, is good in politics, movies, all these you want to see all these big timers, 100 billion, everything. You cannot predict in D1 chart. Maybe rarely one where you can tell, you can take an example, but I'll show you some many charts. It'll be nothing there in the D1 chart, but everything will be revealed in the Samsa. So important is the Samsa. We'll be seeing it in 3 classes, 3 hours each. And the last class, definitely, I've already crossed 100 slides. My last class might be quite big, 4 hours it can be. In the first class, we'll be seeing like till the 8 points we'll be seeing. The second class, we'll go into the fame, wealth, termination, yogas. The last class, we'll be seeing about 12 to 15 professions, how you identify the professions in Dasamsa only, not in D1, not in D9 only. In fact, in my professional course, I just related how you find a particular profession, seeing in the D1 chart, seeing in the D9 chart, and the D10 chart. But here, no, we'll only move to the D10 side. Yes, we will relate the D1 to the D10. But particularly the whole your profession you can just look at the Samsa and find out what is your profession and what's your success in profession. We will see. Just okay. Let's move to what is this? A bit of what I have given. So what Parasara begins with saying is the Samsa hath Mahat Balam. Mahat Balam means great results. Or you want to know anything about the greatness of chart? Look at the Samsa. So it's like the power, prestige, glory, prosperity, success. You want to see in the chart, you have to see the Samsa chart. Growth and progress, the quality, nature. Okay, each planet in the Samsa chart has a total different meaning related to one's profession. The different meaning. What is Jupiter's position means? What is Saturn's position means? Mercury's position, Sun's position, Moon's. I've just written this for. Yeah, Shukra's position. You want to know the comfort level. You will have to know where is Venus placed. You will have to do Rahu Ketu's position. Rahu is very important for being on the top of the field. If you are a spiritual person, Ketu's position, Dasam is very, very important. Your skills will shown by Mercury. Your karma, the Saturn, you can keep simply Saturn as Lagna and see your whole horoscope. So the whole way of seeing it from each, I've already taken keeping each planet as Lagna only for the D1 chart. But something you can use the same rule for looking at and from the Dasamsa chart. Okay, we just move to the. Okay, yeah, I've just mentioned already the yogas in the Dasamsa chart will have a totally different impact. It's like, what is the meaning of Gajakeshwari Yoga, or what is the meaning of Chandramangala Yoga? It's not the general implication. What it means as far as one's power, position, success in life, that will mean a lot of things in the Dasamsa chart. So I've written here, the magnified view of the D10 is in the Dasamsa chart. And very, very important, Atmakaraga, Amityakaraga, Dharakaraga, Aruda Lagna, Rajyapada, these are very, very special in Dasamsa. You don't just use it in D1, you'll have to use it in D10 also. I'll be taking 2 examples and I'll be showing how you're using it. When to take Aruda Lagna, when to take Rajya. For power, there's no chart analysis without using Rajyapada. For finance, there's no chart without using Aruda Lagna and Dharaka. Dharaka becomes very important when you're checking finance and the horoscope. And finally, the Dasa and Antardasa, everything will fall to the Dasa and Antardasa. Finance, I'm mentioning the Dharakarada, Aruda Lagna, the second lord and 11th lord of D1 chart in D10. Where are they placed? How are they placed? Can mean a lot. So this will be covering a lot. Just how to see the yogas, how to see it separately, how to sync it or have a synastry over it. And separately, you can just simply, you can see the profession, the same combination will be in D1, the same combination will be D10. But there is a small linkage, which lords we have to take in D1 and superimpose it and say that particular thing, you will have to see it. Okay,
Sir,
I think
here I'm
yeah.
surprised that you have taken Dara Karaka but not Gyati Karaka. I mean,
No, for
my
finance. For
okay,
finance, Dara Karaga is for the relationship, and it rules.
okay,
It is a Karaga for second and the 7th house.
okay, sir.
It's like Venus rules the second and 7th. The Dara Karaga influence. There is a sloka which says it is for Dhana and for Kalatra. That is the meaning
Acha,
of Dara Karaga. So as
okay,
far as finance is concerned, it is very, very important where the position of the second 11 Dharkaraka becomes very, very important as far as finance is concerned.
okay, sir. And sir, on Rashi Tulla Namanj, in simple way, does it mean that if suppose I have a Ketu Dasha and
Mm.
my Ketu in D1 is in second, I
Mm.
mean second house, and say in
Mm.
ninth it is in 10th house,
Mm.
so how it will relate to each other is what Rashi Tulla Namanj will explain?
Now, see, not that way. See, in D1, where is Kedu? A
Huh?
planet in D1 just means about your whole temperament,
That's
mentality,
right.
character, overall. Yes, each bhava, it will mean everything. But the same planet in
D10.
in D10, what does it mean? The same
That's
Kedu,
right, sir.
not necessarily it has to be in the 10th house.
Yes, it will be somewhere. I
Anywhere,
mean, anywhere.
anywhere it
Yeah.
is, if you run a Kedu Dasa, it will be regarding profession only. It'll come to what you are going to achieve only, it'll become.
Right. That's right, sir.
So that
Understood,
is
sir.
it's not just Rasi Dalidasam. So what I mean to say is the D1 Lord, the D10 Lord of D1 in what you don't see you don't look at Dasamsa and check the 10th Lord of Dasamsa alone. The
That's right.
position of the lords in the D1 is very important, where not the D1, D10, the Yoga Karagas, the 5 and 9 lords, the second and 11 lords, where they are placed in D10 is very important.
Okay.
That is the Rasituli Navamsa. How the
Okay, sir.
importance of Lagna, D1 Lagna Lord and Dasamsa means so much about your inclination, mental inclinations. Your moon's position in D10 will be what you're interested, your mental inclination to a profession. What is your physical, involvement in a profession is a D1 Lagna Lord in the D10. So it's Nilay, you're unmute. Okay, so it's very, very important to where the D1 lords and what they signify and where they are in D10 and how it changes the whole picture is very, very important. So you can't simply just see it like the D1 role. The D10 has
Okay.
a totally separate role, and there's a connection between the D1 and D10. You must relate it with it. That relate will open up a lot of rules, principles of understanding. Let's take an example chart. See,
Right.
this is Indira Gandhi's chart. Okay, so we have this Indira Gandhi's chart here. See, all of us know this was discussed by B. V. Raman and K. N. Rao and many people, and in fact, her death also was predicted. So no, everybody knows this chart is Pakka. It is everybody knows. Okay, she has three parivartanas. So three parivartanas, 6 planets are in parivartana. But what I say, there's nothing else more to tell why she was the only female prime minister. I think ruled for such a huge period. What I say, do you find any important rules in the D1 chat? The 10th lord is in the second house. That's all. Okay. The only thing everybody silences you will be okay. It is a parivartana. So parivartana, doesn't mean it will make you the prime minister of India. Of India. What
But
is it?
sir,
No.
wouldn't it give you strength? The
Yes,
like
it
Mars
makes
is
you. It is very,
strengthened.
very powerful. Yes, it is very powerful. Like the Saturn and Moon parivartana. What I say, it made her a widow. But the same thing, the parivartana between Lagna and seventh, she was assassinated because the seventh Marga is involved.
Mars.
Yes, and it gave her. She was a very lonely. She was a very reserved person. It gave her that. What I say, she was alone. All that it gave her. Yes. Again, you see the parivartana between Venus and Jupiter. It is in between Dustanas. Okay, and then Sun and Mars Parivartana, you can say yes, especially between two fiery signs involving two fiery planets is a very powerful Parivartana. But what does it say exactly? Where does it say she's going to rule? Where is the power factor? The most famous factor, the 10th house is the 10th lord in Leo. That is the only thing which you see in the D1 chart. Just look at the Dasamsa chart, and then you will understand the whole picture. See, what I say, the Aruda Lagna is Saturn. Okay. So where is the AK sitting in the Navamsa? It is exalted in the 11th house. So what happens? That becomes the Karagamsa Lagna. Now keep it as Lagna and see where is what is the house, the 10th house placed. You have Venus, and what is Venus for a Venus is a AMK. And you understand that her Libra is just not where it's a Karagamsa Lagna. It is also where her Arura Lagna is sitting down. Okay, and 10th, so first it has an exalted planet there, and then 10th from it, she has a AMK sitting down. Okay, you want to see a Rajapada? Okay, see, check a Rajapada. What is her Rajapada falls? Where is a Rajapada falling? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think it is falling in Kumbha, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is where you have an exalted Mars, and you understand already what is Mars for a. It's a D1 10th Lord exalted in the this one of the greatest things. I'll show you so many horoscope when the D1 is very powerfully placed in the Samsa. You are one. Especially there are different types. It can become powerful, especially a fiery planet becomes exalted now. So you can be sure that particular point is will take them to great heights. So she has the D1 10th Lord exalted. Not only exalted, that is the Rajya Pada. That particular house is where the Rajyapada falls. What is it? Keep the Rajyapada as Lagna and look at the horoscope. Again, 10th from it is what the Rajyapada Lord is Saturn. That is also exalted. The Rajyapada Lagna is exalted. Now you just check it. From Ardha Lagna, 10th house, the AMK is there. From Karag Lagna, the AMK is sitting down there. What is it? The D1 10th Lord is exalted. You can see the AK is exalted. Again, I've got more points. I'm just giving a brief up of what I say. When you know to see the Dasamsa, how the whole picture changes. So in D1, okay, yes, she had simply you can silence 6 parivartanas, nothing else you can say. What happened? But if you look at it, there are more roles. Actually, there are some specified yogas. You can use. There's a I think no, you can see the parivartana between Venus and Moon here. You know what is
Yes.
parivartana? It is between the Karagamsa Lagna, Aruda Lagna, and the 10th from it are in exchange. See how many yogas? See how many yogas in the horoscope, which is not there in the D1 chart except for the parivartana. So this is the beauty of the Dasamsa. This is one of the I took it as a chart because it is so vivid and so very clear, not with too many intricate or too subtle or too complex rules. It's very easy, and everybody knows her chart is authentic. And most of the astrologers have been predicted with this also. So I just took this particular chart. Okay, you can see how
Sir,
wonderful is the Dasamsa when you see it like this way.
what would you say about the 8th and the 11th Lord exchange in D10? Is it the fall she had? Also between Venus and Moon, can we say that?
You see, just don't forget the Kedu. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
the
so that
Ketu
is.
there, what is it, and where the period of emergency she used, what is it? Many things are there. I don't know the way she ruled. I don't know. See, the Lagna is the sixth house. The sixth house of the D1 chart is the Dasamsa Lagna Lord. Okay, so that has a meaning also. The difficult periods you went, that can be the what's the meaning of Kedu in the 10th house? I already gave you a hint. Not in Nixon. Nixon has it. 10th house Kedu will always a major fall. So it can have an abrupt cut. That's the position. So so important is the position of, in spite of so many greatness, Kedu in the 10th does not spare you. And like you said, the what is it, her greatness is in the Dasamsa. It is in between the 8th and the 11th house. So you know it is not just a death. She died during what is it, she was ruling, and she brought the emergency and many other things happened there. Yes, the chart is fantastic, great. She had you can simply see the Lagna, the 10th Lord and the Lagna Lord are in mutual aspect in the 6th and the 9th house. Okay, you can many yogas you can see each you can see all the Sun and Mars, both the Raja planets are, one is the Swakshatra, one is exalted, and Saturn for masses. What is it? She had that appeal. What is it? Saturn is exalted in a horoscope, being the AK also. The AK is powerful, AMK is powerful, Karakamsa Lagna is powerful. The D1 10th Lord is powerful. The D1 Lagna Lord is in the 11th house with the AK in the horoscope. This is just a glimpse. I can go into a lot about it and bring about. Mostly we'll be seeing in the first, second chapter, only celebrities will be seeing. And in the third session, we'll be looking at not celebrities. We'll be looking at people's profession, what we'll be doing. So personal charts will be discussed. Let's go to another chart. This Amitabh Bachchan chart is AK is Sun, Mercury is his AMK. Again, everybody questions what I say, is astrology really true? A celebrity of his day. Even yesterday I saw his movie. What I say, he acted, I think, with Rashmika Mandana. What's the movie's name? Anybody knows? Nice movie. I've halfway through. I've still to
Goodbye.
finish it. Goodbye. Or what I say, there's a nice movie. At this age, still he has that aura of what I say, that great aura. It is not gone down at all. He can still carry the show, or what do you call the steel? What do you call it? Screen stealer. What is it? He still has that energy, which I saw him in what is that movie, Dawn, or what is the movie which I saw? He was dancing and jumping the ropes. He has the same energy now. What is the greatness of that? Yes, okay, we can say 10th from Moon as Jupiter exalted, and then all the planets in the 8th house are the Jaimini Karagas, Atma Karaga, Jaimini Karaga, all together. That's why he's great. You can say, just go to the Dasamsa and see. It is so very clear in the Dasamsa. Why is he great? Simply go 10th house Rahu. Okay. Why is he in the film field? The role for film field is 5th house. 5th Lord Mercury and 10th Lord Mars are in the 11th house. Movies, it's always 5, 11, a bit of third also. 5 is for entertainment, 11th is for society and world. 5th Lord in the 11th house, conjoined with the 10th Lord. So he has the 10th Lord Mars, first Vargotma Lagna. 10th Lord, 5th Lord together. So very clearly it is in the movies, and he has a strong Mercury. So Mercury, Venus, both are very strong. And Rahu, for movies, what is it, or celebrity, you must have Rahu very strong. And Rahu's sitting in that. It's just not that. You can see it. Okay. Now check up where is the Karagamsa Lagna. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Karagamsa Lagna falls here. You what I say, Karagamsa Lagna falls in the 6th house. I mean, the 11th house it falls. Where is the 10th Lord and Mars is sitting down. Okay. And what is it? Okay. You can see Mercury conjoined there. Mercury is just not the what do you say, the fifth lord, he is also the, what do you say, AMK. The combination is there. Okay. And then you can see the 11th house becomes very, very strong because Jupiter is in its own house. So you can see Jupiter is Swakshetra and the 11th house. So as far as finance is concerned, second and 11th are extremely very strongly placed. Okay. Okay. Can we point out anything else for me?
Sir, I have a question. Now
Yeah.
his Lagna, since it's a Vargotam Lagna,
Yeah.
his D1 Lagna Lord and D10 Lagna Lord are same, and it's
It becomes
in sixth
easier.
house.
Yeah, it becomes
Yeah.
easier.
But
Yes.
6,000 an enemy sign.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
an
no, what?
exchange between 6 and 12.
Yes, it's a Viparita Raja Yoga. Very,
Yeah.
what is a same, the meaning of what you use, it is a Parivartana also. Moon and Saturn have become. The Parivartana, just like we saw Indira Gandhi's horoscope, what is it? It was a sixth and a Badaka sign which had here the Parivartana. He was sick. I think he's an asthmatic. He has a lot of health issues, asthmatic, everything is there. But still, what I say,
Autoimmune issues also.
autoimmune disease, see, well, all that he had, but that didn't matter. What I say is just, you can see how many planets are strong in his horoscope. There is a parivartana between the Lagna Lord. Jupiter is in his own house, ninth house, Venus sitting down there. Rahu, just not Rahu in the 10th house has made him great. Thus, Rahu's always will only do the work of its disposter or sign lord. The 10th lord is in the 11th house. 11. So Rahu will act like Mars. And Mars is just not alone in the 11th house. The sign lord of it is in the own house. You have Jupiter aspecting Rahu, the second and 11th lord is aspecting, and the 10th lord is with the 5th lord and the AMK lord. Okay.
Also, I know you don't consider, but for North Indian astrologers, Aquarius ascendant, they say Venus is a yoga karaka.
No, it is by nature, yes, it's a yoga karaka, but
So
why?
it's well
Because
placed.
it is what is it? See, you need not take it as just because it's yoga karaka it has become great. Just check up the Rajyapada. The Rajyapada is the 10th house, so it is in moves 2 houses, so the Rajyapada will follow the 12th house. Keep it as Lagna and see Venus where it is falling. From the Rajyapada, Venus is the 10th lord. 10th from the Rajyapada. So that is, for Venus is just not the 4th and 9th lord. It is the 10th lord. From the Rajyapada, Venus becomes, see, for a movie goer, Venus must be one of the most important. Not all movie goers are Venus strong. Sometimes Moon. Many people have just Rahu strong. It depends on what they do. Some action heroes I've seen Mars being quite strong, but mostly for female I've seen Venus and Moon being very strong. For gents it is Mars, Rahu. It becomes. And where did we see miss? Okay. Okay. And here, okay, Sun is his AK. So this house is also not where the Rajyapada and Arudha Lagna are together. I mean, Karagamsa Lagna are together. So from from Karagamsa Lagna also, Venus is in the 10th house. Okay. So what is it? So it is so very, very important. If you miss the Dasamsa, only from the D1 chart, you will be missing a lot. It's very, very important. What I say, when you take the Dasamsa, one's career, what one does, what I say, the power, the fame, the success, the accomplishment, everything. We'll see it in detail. I've got this Dasa. We can see it more also. But I was giving a glimpse into how important when you use this yogas, what is how important it is. There are many, many yogas we will tell you, which is very specialized only for Dasamsa. In D1, yes, it has a meaning in D1, but it has more important, especially the Atmakaraka and Amityakaraka relationship in Dasamsa can mean absolutely different, which is in D1 chart, it is totally different meaning. It's not about profession. But in what I say, because Atmakaraka is like your Lagna, Amityakaraka is like your 10th house. So they position in the Samsa can mean, in fact, you will see a pattern in most of the horoscope, only they position. So it's very important how you analyze them, keeping them as Lagna of how you keep them is very important. Usually the traditional view is they always take the D1, 10th lord, keep it where is the Samsa, keep it as Lagna and analyze the horoscope is one of the rules. But it is just not starts with there. You have a lot Arudha see, you have to see Rajyapada is there. How important Rajyapada is very, very important. and the Karagamsala is very, how to see it each separately, we'll be looking into each of the charts. Okay. So I think what is we'll be seeing it's about more than 10 hours will be the session. In 3 sessions, we'll be we'll go into all the depth of Dasamsa. I've got a lot more. I might have missed something, like the tattvas, if the D1 is a fiery sign, and if the D10 becomes a different sign, what is the meaning? If the D1 is a mobile sign and the D10 changes tattvas, what is the meaning of it? There's a lot of difference which for identifying a job, we'll be looking at all that. I'm just giving you most important I'm just 2 important charts, what we'll be doing, and what will be the how important is the Dasamsa of profession. If we do not take the Dasamsa, maybe for an ordinary person, D1 is enough. But you want to see a chart if he is going to make it really big, or if he's going to sustain, and even in this whatever field he's in, a small field in his office, he's going to have a all the problems with career. You have to see the Dasamsa. And for a celebrity chart or for a super success person, Dasamsa becomes extremely very important. Okay.
Sir, he had a fall in Mercury Dasha. Now, in D1, Mercury is not so well placed. It's in the 8th,
Yes.
so
Yes.
we can say. But in
Yeah.
D10, it's in the 11th house with the 10th lord.
It's the 8th lord also. In the lordships in D1 and D9. In D1, it's only health. In D10, the health is a break in profession. Okay, so the meanings are like which houses will mean fall, which will mean retirement, which will mean changes, which houses will give change in profession, has a meaning. What is it? Then there is a shift in profession. Then you are in sabbatical. There are a particular house for being sabbatical, small sabbatical, long sabbatical. What is it? The Dasamsa will mean it a lot. Suddenly you move from being from your India to an abroad place. What is the changes? What is there? Yeah, some D1 will be quite clear, but some chart D1 may not be clear. It will only be clear in the Dasamsa. Like let's say usually you know that roles for going abroad, the 7th, 9th, and 12th houses will be quite clear in D1. But suddenly I've seen a chart where it is not clear. The 7th house is not strong, 9th house is not strong, 12th house is not strong. But this person is working abroad. Why look? Simply look at that. Where is the 10th lord sitting in the Dasamsa chart? It will make it so very clear. That shows the whole thing. So sometimes, yes, if it is a very strong point, a strong combination of the profession or the career's way of life is shown. But in case if it is not there, you will have to decode where these lords are. Each lord, the 12 lordships in the Dasamsa, D1 lords in Dasamsa will mean totally different thing. Yes, and the Dasamsa its 12 lords also will have a total different meaning. We'll see it in detail. We have 10 hours of discussion. I think we'll be seeing more than about 75 charts. This 200 charts we'll be seeing. We'll be discussing all these roles in detail. Like each point which I've mentioned, we'll be seeing at least five charts. And just on finding what is a profession itself, we have the last class is only about the Dasamsa and profession. Okay. Yeah. So what is it? How you like it, Nile? You think it's interesting? Class is
It's
going to be
the way I asked the question to you, it is going to be very exhaustive. And the biggest point, like in your last sentence, you said that you are going to cover 80 to 100 charts.
yeah.
So that itself gives lots of comfort to any
No,
student who joins.
I will always substantiate my classes with example charts. I'm a researcher, so what I found out and discovered, I would like to teach it. What is it? So I'll just not tell this rule, apply this rule. I will substantiate it with a chart, and most of the chart which I take, it'll be the rod in a double A rating only. So the rules, principles, and explained it in the horoscopes also. So it's not just one chart, two charts. It will not be enough. You'll have to have enough charts. Like, for my profession chart, each profession, I was doing about 10 charts for each profession. Medical doctors, 10 doctors or 10 lawyers, 10 army personnel I was doing. So it is always good if I take enough, not this applies for one role. It has to apply for many number of the same, then it is substantiated. Yeah.
Sir, these are the notes of medical astrology. So this includes all your charts. This is your
Okay.
what should just let me show you properly. This is your medical astrology course, okay?
Okay.
And
Okay.
because you covered 400 charts in that,
Okay.
these notes are so big, and same is the case with the professional astrology.
Okay. Okay.
So I just thought I should take this note out when this introductory class going to be there, and if I get a chance, I can show it to
Okay. You're doing
the
a good
viewers.
homework. Good. Good.
Sir, your class, anyone should join only if they are interested in homework. I don't know how you will take it, but that's how I look at it in your
I'm taking it very seriously. So I research. So I expect people also
exactly.
take it very seriously. I think most of the people who join her who are very serious of the subject want to master and learn, understand the subject.
Exactly right, sir. And
Mm.
sir, like last Panchang class also, 132-page notes I have finished today only to
Okay.
draft it. So tomorrow I'll take a print. So point is, all your courses has got uniqueness. It has got the technique, a subject. If you want to experience expertise, I mean, you want to get expertise into the subject, in from the predictive technical technique perspective, your course is never will fall short, sir. That's my personal opinion, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Rima. So I think we have missed anything. You want me to add any aspects to it
Sir,
when I cover the course?
I had read, I think, somebody's article on John F. Kennedy's. He had a
Yes,
fall. I mean, he died.
yes. We're having the chat.
So
I have that chat. In all my
the
chats,
debilitated
JFK will
planets.
always be there.
It says debilitated planets in the Shamsha can give you such a great fall. Do you agree?
No, no, not just that way. There are two different meanings when you see the samsa. Sometimes I have a horoscope where four debilitations and he's on the top. What is
Even when you're running the
Alpachinos?
Dasha, then nothing happens?
If see where they are they Nicha or they Nicha Banga or they Nicha in a Dustana or in a
Or,
Kendra can
okay.
mean. So sometimes you look at a chart and think astrology is wrong. He's got four Nichas in the Samsa and he's on the top. That can happen. But Nicha can also mean weakness. Nicha can also mean greatness. It's always enigma when you see Nicha planet.
Like
So
in 3, 6, 8, 12, I think it gives you very good results.
yes,
It's
it can be there.
weakening
In a
the.
Kendra, especially if it's in a Kendra, it can mean. In fact, in D1 chart, it is totally different because D1 you have so many other combinations. In Dasamsa, it is already the magnified view. So a planet Nietzsche in Dasamsa can mean totally different than what it is Nietzsche in the D1 chart. You have the star lord to check up whether the star lord is strong, the sign lord is strong. But in Dasamsa, it is already the micro view of the D1 chart. What I say, so its position in the Dasamsa can mean totally different. An exaltation planet, Nietzsche, yes, it can mean two different things. What are the combinations of fall? Yes, Nietzsche, but again, Nietzsche can be very enigmatic. I've seen some people with a lot of Nietzsche still being great, but there is a position where the planets are Nietzsche. We can change the story. It's very, very important. But yes, Nietzsche, especially the D10 Lord, Nietzsche in Navamsa, can mean a very difficult point. The Lagna Lord or the 10th Lord of D1 getting Nietzsche in the Dasamsa can be a very big weakness. Yes.
Or let's say we start from scratch. It means like you start
No,
from
in
the very
Dasamsa,
bottom.
not let in Dasamsa you don't read it as it just can mean let's say if it's strongly placed in D1 but strong but it's Nietzsche and Dasamsa, he will start well, he will do well. What is say, and then what is say, is he going to reach the top? No, he will always, some people will come and tell me, what is say, sir, the cream is always eluding me. I was about to get the post and somebody took it away. I was about to become the CEO and then I'm still in the second cadre. I'm always treated as, what is say, second fiddle. These kinds of things will be there. This, you can see this position always when the D10 is not strong. D1, D10 a lot, there is not strong. With the is not supporting you, this will always be there. It might have an exalted planet in the 10th house in D1. So he'll be in a good cadre, good office, everything will be there, but then he will not be on the top. many horoscopes you will see, you will not understand why this person's on the top. Especially look at president's horoscope, prime minister, actors horoscope, multi-billionaires, entrepreneurs horoscope. You will not understand from the D1. It will confuse you. You must apply all the yogas, Jaimini yogas and Parasari yogas, some certain particular yogas, which you have to, especially for the some, which are the yogas it must be applied over here. The Rajyapada in D1 is a different meaning. The Rajyapada in Dasamsa is a totally different meaning. It will give you a wealth of details in it. So it's very, very important. It may not show you a clear position in D1, but the Rajyapada, you must take it only in D10. It becomes for power, especially you cannot go without it. So it's very, very important. Yeah. Okay. So I hope what I say, hoping to see you all in the class.
Yes, sir. Hoping all of you will join our course with William, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Neelaji.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Waiting for you to
Thank
be
you.
in the course. Yeah.
Sure, sir. See you on
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah.
Thank you.